Hey everybody, it's Ange here and I'm back to do Lilia's 9-week life update. So Lilia is 9 weeks old this week and I actually nearly forgot to do this video, which I was actually quite devastated in because I actually like to look on these, obviously when she gets a bit bigger to look back on. So I thought I'd quickly jump on now, even though I look like a hot mess, and just quickly do a video. So Lilia's actually dressed in her little onesie to go to bed with because she just got out of the bath, and she's also all dressed to do her nighttime routine. So that's why she's in her little onesie at the moment, and she's still quite happy because she's looking at her best friend, which is the fan. So like always, like I said in the last week's video, if we can, if she gets upset or grumpy, we turn the fan on and she's a happy little baby. So this week Lilia's weighing 6.2 kilos. Her head circumference is 40 centimeters and she is 61 centimeters long. So she is, definitely on the right track still, and, is growing tremendously. Now this week we haven't really done, too much in the sense of anything new, but she is starting to, like all different toys. So we're getting rattles and things like that to start to look at, and we're doing lots and lots of belly time still, which she's also starting to really enjoy now, like for a longer period of time, which I think is great. We still like to go on our walks around the block and things like that, and she's also starting to get looked after by her dad at night when I go to the gym, but the last one didn't go too well. So I'm looking at just joining a 24-hour females only gym for the next couple of months when I can go while she's going down for her big nighttime sleep. So my husband doesn't have to worry about her if she gets upset and things like that, because obviously she is breastfed and she doesn't seem to enjoy taking the bottle as much as the breast, so which is quite strange because I've heard that it's usually the opposite way around. Usually breastfed babies who then go into a bottle tend to like the bottle over the breast because it comes out a lot faster, but Lilia just wants to be a little bit different and she much prefers the breast. So although she does drink the bottle eventually, it's just a big fight for my husband to actually get her to start drinking it to begin with. So it never used to be like that. She always used to be quite happy to take the bottle, but obviously now she's getting older, she's actually starting to realize what everything is. And the night that I went to a body pump class a couple of weeks, I think it was last week, I came home and both my husband and Lily were both very upset. So I thought, why not, why push the matter? When I can just join the 24-hour gym, just basically is even closer to my house than the other gym I was going to, which I'm still going to keep that membership because this other gym just pays by the month. And I was going to pay a monthly fee, use it when she goes to sleep, and hopefully when she gets a little bit older, she should be a lot more better by herself, and be able to cope a lot better with the bottles and things like that. So that's what we're planning on doing this week. But I don't really think there's much more to update you all on. This is actually a really fast week. Lily is still really disliking the car trips like always, and it's getting to the point now that there's nothing more that I can do to actually, soothe her and things like that. So now I just make sure that she's fed, she's burped, she's got a clean nappy, and I basically just reassure her in the car as we drive, because obviously I think the only way that she's going to get over her dislike of the car is by going on more trips. And obviously it is a little bit hard for me and my husband to do with Lily, because obviously I'm home throughout the day with her, but my husband actually works and he takes the car because we've only got the one car. And because when I was at work, we used to carpool because my work only worked about 5 minutes down the road from my husband. So it's a little bit harder to do, obviously take Lydia out to do day trips and things like that. But obviously when I do need the car, I just let my husband know and I drop him off at work and things like that. So I usually go out through the week probably 3 times a week. Like I go to a mother's group and I go to play group, and obviously just do the groceries and things like that. So we do get out 3 times a week, but obviously I think Lily might need a little bit more time in the car to actually get used to it. So I think me and my husband are planning to, in the next couple of weeks, is to get him to borrow a car, like the work ute from his work, and I can take Lily out for day trips every single day throughout the day, so that she can, start getting a lot more aware of the car, I guess, and just a lot more used to its surroundings. Now I have did a little bit of research on it and things like that, and basically what I've read and what I think is the case with Lilia is that she just doesn't like to be restricted in the car seat itself, and she has a little bit of separation anxiety, I'm believing, because it's the fact that, you know, when we get out of the car and we open the car door, she can see us again and she just instantly stops crying, and she just she really wants to come out. Once we get her out of the car seat, she really hangs on to us and snuggles right in for a cuddle and things like that until she calms down. So I just think that she just doesn't like being left by herself, which, you know, that obviously in the car ride, because she has to be safe, she has to be, you know, riding in the car seat. So I have even tried sitting in the back with her. That helped a tiny bit, but obviously I can't sit in the back with her all the time because I also need to do the driving. So we are still working on that, but other than that, I think that is all her update for this week. But yeah, so I will talk to you guys next week. Okay, bye guys.